Welcome back to episode 4 of the North Korea series for Geopolitical Simulator 5. And today we're going to continue to try to improve the economy. Uh, we're going to try to see if there's any other countries we can do a trade deal with and just overall improve the country of North Korea. So let's take a look at our debt. Our debt is going up. However, we have a surplus of 980 million. So we're going to do things a little bit different. And we want to improve the agriculture sector of the country. So we're going to max out the monitor food safety and assistance for converting to organic. And that's only going to cost us 58 million. So we're going to go ahead and push that through. And we're going to go to industry. And we're going to go to mortar rounds. And we're going to fully privatize that. That's going to give us about 5.7 billion. And we're going to take a portion of that and still reinvest it to help that sector out. So out of 5.7 billion, let's say we'll give 57 million of that. And then let's go into debt. And we're going to pay off some of that. So the country of North Korea, we owe 9.3 billion. But the interest rate is only 2.25. The interest rate for the other countries that we owe is a lot more than that. So the one with the highest interest rate is the United States. So we're going to go ahead and pay that off completely. That's one less country we have to worry about. And the interest rate was so high that we had to get rid of that in order to improve our own economy. And let's see, there's South Africa that's charging us 10.5%. So let's go ahead and pay them off too. 13.5 million isn't that much. So let's see what we have left. 2.7 billion. Um, 242 million for Russia. Let's go ahead and pay that off too. So that gives us 2.3 billion. So we'll leave that alone. And as you're going to see, this is going to go up some because we paid off some debt. All right, now let's take a look at our military. We still need to grow that. We have the objective of 450,999. And we're only at 302,000. So it's going to take some time to build that up.
I think you're doing a good job. And you're hardworking.
All right, so now let's take a look at our free trade agreements. So do we have everyone here? Cuba, Iran, Russia, Syria, Venezuela, Vietnam, Zimbabwe. All right, is there another country that's very friendly to us that we don't have a decent trade deal with? All right, so let's go with Belarus. Let's try to create a trade deal with them. And we'll try to push that through.
Our infiltrated agents had the chance to carry out a sabotage operation, a sort of Bulgarian.
Alright, now let's go to industry and see, cannons. We'll keep that. Alright, copper production. We need to improve that some more. So we're going to give another 10 million. Boost that up to 20. Let's go to gold. Yeah, we're not producing enough gold at all. So we're going to spend 25 million on gold. Iron, we have a sufficient amount for our own demand. So we're not going to add to that. Want to look at, all right, robots. So how much is this costing us? Um, I'm guessing that's 99 million? I'm not sure what that figure is, but we don't have enough robots either. So let's give a subsidy of, we're only going to give 10 million for that. And steel, we're going to give 22 million. All right. Okay, so we're meeting our own demand for water supply networks. However, we're going to give about 15 million towards that to continue to increase that. Let's look at the workforce. All right, we still have unemployment a little over 10%. Hopefully some of the moves we made will help bring that down. We're going to speed up time and all right, let's see what our treasury reserve is. It's still at 2.3 billion and budget excess of 5.8. let's go to our Secret Service. Alright, so Japan. Alright, so Belarus is... Okay, they agreed. So that's another deal we did, and if you notice right there that quick, that went up some. Alright, surplus of 12%. Alright, so let's check something real quick on population and population living below poverty. So that's not doing too well. You have to figure out how to bring that down. Alright, let's see. Nah, we're not doing that. Okay, nope, we're gonna leave that alone. How much is that gonna cost us? 265,000. Alright, yeah, we'll push that through. Let's take a look. Alright, so let's speed up things.
Our agents had to abort.
Alright, housing. Let's do 571. Alright, let's go to research. So let's step up everything. Alright, so we're spending 2 million on research. Almost 3 million, actually. Alright, so if that is 2... Alright, so if we build one research center, that's going to cost us 574 million. That'll bring our treasury reserve down to around 1.9 something. Or actually, no, lower than that. Be around 1.8 or 1.7-ish. And that'll take 5 months to build.
Our sportsmen are ready.
Alright, do we want to take out the U.S. Chief of Staff? No, we don't. We want to kind of remain quiet at this
Here
point.
is our growth forecast for the end of the year based on calculations that we made last month. This is an average figure. It reflects an economy with moderate dynamism. We could do better.
Okay, so unemployment dropped to 9.92. So that's good for us.
Just a week to go before the opening ceremony.
The decree takes effect as of today.
The sale of our shares in this sector is a good thing for public finance. On the one hand, it will let us bring in substantial funds right away, and on the other hand, it lets us cut off a rotten branch that has caused additional losses in the state's budget every year.
I wanted to inform you of the support of the entire population, who all agree with your brave reforms. The more attached the people become to you, the more willing they will be to support you on those occasions when your policy displeases your peers.
Okay. Alright, so what else can we do to make improvements? Let's look at our... Okay, so this is really good. Even though I know I'm not going to have this full amount. But at the current moment, we're looking at a surplus of $26.42 billion. So that's actually not bad at all. So I'm going to try to avoid doing a whole lot of spending. Alright, inflation is going up. So we're definitely not going to do a whole lot of
The decree
spending.
takes effect as of today.
I wanted to congratulate you on your pro-life decision.
Overcrowded prisons. Okay. Alright, let's see. Alright, so already that quick went from 26 billion as a surplus down to 20. So by the end of the fiscal quarter, we're probably looking at around 5 or 7 billion. Unless I can figure out a way to bring more income in. Alright, so let's take a look at farming and see what we can do with that because we want to be self-sufficient for our food supply. Alright, so beef, our production is not high at all. And we're already spending 17 million, so let's bump that up to 20. Alright, cereals. Alright. Yeah, we have more than enough. So if we fully privatize, that's really not going to be that much either. Already doing the food industry. And we're subsidizing that by 40 million. And we're still not doing too much with that. So let's raise that another 2. Alright, so our production is up. I'm not sure if that's a bug or not. So we are meeting our own demand plus some. Okay. Okay, yeah, we'll do that.
Our services report a new conspiracy theory that is beginning to take hold on social media.
Alright, so let's take a look. See, that's continuing to drop. We lost another 4 billion. Taxation. If I can figure out something here. So let's see how well this will be received. Nope. So we're not going to do that. Alright, employee. So if we drop that, all right, drop that by 1 million. One, might as well round that off to around 2. All right, so how would that be received? That would be really positive. It would give people more spending, more purchasing power. We'll risk it and push that through.
Our network has obtained intelligence, data, and passwords on the principal platforms of the nation. We're finally ready to launch a cyber attack. We are now waiting for the green light.
All right, bottle orders sector needs production capacity. Our analysis shows that the staff should be increased by at least 24%. All right, so let's go to bottled water. Let's see, how much would that be fully privatized? Okay. All right, so let's hit pause. So what is 24% of that? Let me figure that out. So 140 times 0.24. So 140. All right, so that's roughly around 174. So let's push that up to 174. All right, so that was 24%. That was actually a little more than 24% because 24% was 33.6. And I basically put in to hire 34 employees. Unfavorable regime with Venezuela. Okay. All right, let's check our debt. See, like I said, we're probably going to wind up having um like maybe around 5 or 6 billion as a surplus. As inflation is going up too. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to raise that. We're gonna raise that by what is it, 25 basis points? No, 50 basis points.
Everything has been implemented in the country to prepare for the national.
All right, so let's look at our energy because that could be a good that could be a place where that's really affecting inflation. Production is right there. Electricity deficit, no. Alright, so how much would it be? No, we definitely can't do a nuclear power plant. It's gonna take 12 months to build. But that would add an additional 30 terawatts.
The decree takes effect as of today.
Our fellow countrymen's purchasing power has been increasing lately, but their living conditions remain tough.
Alright, let's go to farming again. And let's take a look at cereals. Alright, we definitely produce enough. Coffee. If we can do that, and if we just do a $5 million investment, we'll see how that goes. Alright, dairy products. We're not producing enough for that. Let's just do 5 million. Actually, let's do 10 million.
We could greatly improve our healthcare system if we had a larger budget.
All right. Oh, unemployment went back up. Ah. All right, our growth dropped. Jeez. Growth really dropped. All right, so now we're down to a surplus of 8.8 billion. All right, what's going on with terrorism? Road safety accidents and decline. All right, so that's good.
My fellow countrymen and women, on this solemn day, I want to express my pride and affection. Today, while celebrating the history and genius of our beautiful country.
All right, so we have maybe about 2.5 weeks until the end of the quarter. All right, what's going on with Russia? What happened? Oh, wow. Is that within... No, that's definitely within Russia. Well, we don't have that kind of economy to help them, so they're going to have to fend for themselves or depend on other countries. Oh, let's see. Let's see. We have perfected a new type of nuclear reactor and it's successfully tested for an efficient. Do you want to patent that? No, we're going to keep that for ourselves.
I have to tell you.
Our network has obtained.
The funeral will take place next week.
All right. All right, South Korea network industrial espionage in progress. Yeah, let's see what information we can get. All right, 64 students arrested. Alright, budget excess is at 4%. Alright, so we're hovering around 8 billion. We still have another 7 days to go. So we're probably looking at about 7 billion for our Treasury reserve. Alright, let's look at... Alright, yeah. Um... Alright, let's do housing. So let's do 500. And transportation. Alright, so we already maxed out road maintenance. Let's try to help the handicap. So that's 29,000. Alright, 71,000. Okay, let's, alright, we'll push that through. Unfavorable in Algeria. China discovered nuclear SMR. Alright, let's go to energy. Alright, geothermal. Let's see. I spend 10. No, we're just gonna wait. Alright, excess is down again. Alright, so we're still hovering over 7 billion as a treasury reserve. So we have less than 24 hours.
Good news. Our financial performance in the last quarter shows a cash surplus. This will help us reduce our debt service. Let's keep it up.
Alright, so total, we have almost 10 billion and as a surplus. And our interest rate went up also. So the way this is, we actually make out better paying everybody else off. So it looks like Taiwan and India are the highest. Yeah, let's go ahead and pay Taiwan off. That gives us 6.5 billion. And if we manage to pay off India, alright, that gives us 3.9 billion. Alright, and let's see. Surplus. Alright, so we have a surplus of 20%. Budget excess is at 9.5%. Alright, so I think I'm going to end this episode. We did make some progress. So we have a $3.9 billion surplus. I mean, not surplus, Treasury reserve. Surplus is actually at 20%, or a little over 20.5%. So thank you for supporting this series. I see I've been getting a lot of likes on the last couple videos, so thank you so much. Please continue to help out this channel, and I will see you soon.